Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, I really like this. It's like a necklace spaceship or something. Yeah. Around the world, around the world. It's time to review the V-Gear. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and if you're new, please subscribe. Like this video, share this video, and leave a comment. Also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. All the links are in the description down below. Click on that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I make a new post. And let's start with the review. So, we have the V-Gear from Brave Valkyrie's set. And it is meant to go to Venture. Push it like that and then twist, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And it looks good. I like the design. It kind of gives it that aerodynamics kind of look. I just wish they added stickers here, or like, you know, give it like something blue since it's from Valkyrie. Because the F gear is gold and blue like Fafnir. The S gear is red like Spriggan. The L gear has the dragon heads. So I wish they could have, you know, given it something bluish. It could have been stickers or paint, but I understand why they didn't paint this, because it's gonna scrape anyway since it's a driver plate. Yeah, but I wish they could have given it something bluish, just to identify it with Valkyrie. But anyway, it is still looking good. It looks really cool. Now, this is probably my favorite out of all the 4 gears. And I'll tell you 4 things about this that helps Belial. So first is, when you put it in, the spring lock becomes stronger. You don't really feel it when you press this, because originally Venture's spring is already strong. But when you put it in the combo, that's when you feel it, that something has changed there. It's actually feeling tighter. So that's number 1, tighter locks. Number 2, it adds more weight to Belial's combo. It adds about 5 to 6, between 5 to 6 grams. So that's another 5 to 6 grams weight added to Belial. And when we have all the 4 gears, Dynamite Belial is gonna be so heavy. So that's the second benefit of the V gear, added weight. Next, the third benefit from the V gear is this: it helps with the life after death, but not the same way like other drivers do it, because some drivers have foam material they slide, or they have spinning plates which helps add more rotation. I'll give you one example of a spinning plate, Destroy Dash. So basically what happens is, when this plate touches the stadium, right, 2 things happen. It supports the Beyblade to keep it from falling down entirely. Second is, when it touches the stadium, if the friction stops the plate from rotating or slows it down, the top part will still rotate. So that's what happens with rotating plates. Same thing with Zone Dash plus Z. The plus Z plate helps the combo from preventing it to fall entirely. In the same way that when it touches the stadium, this is what keeps it rotating. Some people think that life after death with spinning plates, they think that this is what's going to happen. No, actually, when this touches the stadium, the top part keeps rotating. So that's what happens. This happens if the plate is fixed, which is like Extend Plus. This is how it performs life after death. With bearing, it does both. It can keep the top part rotating, and it can also do that, plus it's sliding. So I just mentioned how life after death occurs with some drivers, so that you'll get an idea how different this does it. Without the V gear, many people are surprised why Venture actually has pretty decent stamina and life after death. The reason is because even though it has a plastic tip, which is plastic tips are easy to destabilize, right? This rubber part is meant to touch the stadium. I think I've explained this in my unboxing review. The rubber tip has two purposes. One is to give acceleration in movement, right? Not in rotation, but in movement. So when it touches the stadium and if it tilts, as you've seen in some videos, it speeds up really, really fast. And the second purpose of it is during the end of the battle, instead of Venture just stopping and falling down, since the rubber is going to touch the stadium again, the speed and movement or the acceleration happens again. That's why you see it like it adds more rotation before it actually stops. So that's the rubber's gimmick. It touches the stadium, it grips onto it and adds more movement for the driver before it stops. It's life after death, but not in a sliding way, not in a keeping the Beyblade up kind of way, supporting the weight. It's adding more speed to the movement before it falls down. So that's how this rubber part functions in life after death. Now, what does the V-Gear do? Since we've already determined what the rubber does, both in attack and in life after death, the V-Gear actually helps it both ways. Why? Since it's a white plate and it is heavier, it helps the Beyblade to tilt on its own. Like seriously, it adds more outer weight. So without tilting Belial during the launch, you have a higher chance of it tilting on its own. Why? Because it's now heavier at the side. So you get acceleration early on and even without you actually tilting your launch. Next, when it comes to life after death, during the end of the battle, since this makes the Beyblade heavy, it will surely tilt and then gain that additional rotation because of the rubber, and then eventually the V-Gear will touch the stadium and give it additional rotation life after death. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with this combination, and in principle it is good. It might go toe-to-toe with Destroy Dash, not in aggressiveness or in movement, but yeah, with the insurance of having a spin finish. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a video where we test this with Venture without V-Gear, and then we're also going to test this against other drivers just to see how it ranks with the top life after death drivers. So I'll repeat the benefits of the V-Gear. 1 is tighter locks, 2 is additional weight, 3 it helps with the attacks because again it tilts on its own, 4 it helps with life after death. So it is my favorite gear of all the 4 gears, and it is probably the best of all the gears as well. So the V-Gear is a must upgrade for Dynamite Belial, and I think there's a 5th reason why the V-Gear is important. It looks great on Dynamite Belial. Look at that. So that's it for the video. Bye.